Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. I hope you all are keeping well. Today's topic is about planning beforehand. So, before we begin, I just want to say thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing, liking, sharing, commenting. Thank you for your support, your continued support here on my channel, and always listening, not always, listening to what I have to say in terms of my share of perspective, my share of wisdom. So, like I said, today is all about planning beforehand. And while this might work for some and it might not work for some, um, in my opinion, uh, from my perspective, it's important that we plan our day ahead, or maybe our week, or plan what we are gonna accomplish for 2022, but also having an open mindset in case things doesn't go as planned. But without a plan, without not even having a structure, then we are setting ourselves up for failure. So there are a few things that work for me. I love planning beforehand. It just takes off so much off my shoulder, and sometimes I do get a little frustrated when things don't go as planned, but that also gives me room to adjust. Then last moment when the plan didn't work, I can be jumping around all over the place and getting confused and not knowing what to do. But with having a plan, I have some space to replan or adapt to whatever changes are happening. So, a few things I want to share today what works for me. And this might works for you also, but you are welcome to give it a try, but also figure out what works for you, or if you are someone who likes to plan things beforehand or get things organized beforehand, then maybe you have a plan in place. But for those who might want to start putting a plan, a weekly plan, a daily plan, a monthly plan, whatever the case is, then maybe you can try these. Or these are some of the things that I benefit when I plan beforehand. So one of it, like I said, it saves me time, it saves me frustration, it reduces my anxiety, and it gives me time to get things done beforehand and then tackle other things. So that's one for me, that over 3 years I have really got so much benefits from it. Another one is being more organized. When I plan before, the night before, for my upcoming day or week, I am more organized and I have a picture of what I am doing for the next day. And also, I'm not all over the place, jumping, from one thing to another, and without no control. So with that, I have a more control, or knowing what I need to get done at the end, at the beginning, and at the end. Also having an open mindset. Another one is getting I when I plan beforehand, I'm able to do the important things when my energy is at the peak. So with my planning, it will come like get your project done in the morning between 8 to 11 or 8 to 9, whatever the case is. I'm more able to prioritize and get those things that are utmost important for me to get done. I found that also when I planned, I planned in my mind psychologically, but also planned on paper. I also have a Google calendar. So coming back to that, when I plan, I notice I've been planning I've been planning beforehand for majority of my life, but more so in details and structured over the past 3 years. Um, I've become more successful and more productive. I'm able to take things off of my to-do list or whatever I would have planned for the day. Sometimes this might not, like I said in the beginning of this video, this might not work for you. I am a very routine person when it comes to my morning routine, my meditation, my yoga, and gratitude and a journal. So I love to, at the end of the day, that's a must. And my yoga, my meditation, my gratitude, those are very routine, but I'm also flexible throughout the day if anything should pop up. But for me, one of the things that I have a structure to my week or to my day, whatever the case is, or to my weekend, like I do a self-care on weekend where I just do skincare, cut my nails. It's a complete relax. I have like an hour and a half to two where I just take care of myself, just be with myself, just listen, just watch a movie sometimes. So that, like, my Sunday's pretty routine structured for self-care for myself and preparing for what the week I have to do, the things I have to do in the week ahead. So like I said, this might not work for you, but planning help us create a routine habit. So if you start planning, or you haven't been planning, or you want to start planning, then you will eventually over time find yourself, this becomes a habit that you don't need to plan anymore. It just happens. And I forgot what this is called in coaching. Um, mm, yeah, I can't remember that, but yeah. So it keeps me structured and routine for the benefit of planning. I found that my day goes much more better. Another one is being able to revise my plan, and I mentioned this at the beginning. For example, if I am planning something for the start of January, if I start planning now and get that stuff in, then if I have to submit it to my supervisor or my colleagues or have some feedback, I have it planned there. I already have it, so I can present that, and if there's any changes that has to be made, it gives me time than running last moment, the last day of December to get these, or the last day before the due date to get this changes be made and then submit it. That creates a lot of frustration and anxiety, and we could possibly mess up. But when I plan beforehand and I get stuff done, I start working on it little by little. Whether it's a big project or a little project, I know that I have time to change. So that's another benefit for me that really helped me save time in planning. And planning is easy. It's easy. You just get a piece of paper or your journal or your notepad, whatever you take notes in. Start planning today, even if it's 5 things you want to put on that list, little steps, then it will help you. And also having a mindset for to adapt if anything should come up, or will not go as planned. So that's the purpose of planning, or those are the benefits of planning for me, what I have observed over the past 3 years. So just want to share that. If you are planning to have a more routine structured day, week, month, year, then you're welcome to try and share what your wins are. Trust me, you'll be thanking yourself later on, rather than just waking up in the morning and say, oh, where do I start? And then sometimes we find ourselves doing the less things that are of priority or importance, and the one that needs to get done, or the very urgent ones, is left at the end of the day, where we have no energy, where what needs more time, but we don't have the time because the day is already over. So that's it for me today. It's all about planning beforehand, all about having a little structure in place, and also with an open mindset that whatever life happens, and we can adjust and change if things goes wrong. So that's it for me. I will see you in my next video. Have a lovely day, and thank you for subscribing. Thank you for watching. Bye bye for now.